All right, man. So look, the NFL draft is coming up. So look, we finna react to the worst draft pick in NFL history. I'm curious to see who this is gonna be, cause there's been a lot of busts in the league, man. There's been a lot of, I ain't gonna lie, there's been a lot of trash picks in the league. But we finna see the worst of the worst. So without further ado, let's watch this video. I don't even know who am I giving a shout out to? Urinating tree. I don't know. We just go watch the video. The worst draft pick in NFL history.
NFL draft buzz is starting to pick up with the combine taking place. The most important time in a football prospect's life instead. A man stuck soaring to heights unimaginable with a few unbelievable moments or a freefall rivaling 1929. But you have to remember draft selection means nothing in the end but the first contract and expectations. The best draft pick in NFL history is obvious. Tom Brady.
It really is, I ain't gonna lie. He's the best pick by far.
Round string bean turning into the greatest quarterback of his generation.
He looks so horrible. He looks like a bum. He looks like he's like straight garbage. Next thing you know, he the GOAT. That's
Anyone
crazy.
Tells you otherwise, they're liars and you shouldn't
Look at him.
But what about the worst draft pick in NFL history?
I would have said
First
Jamarcus.
Probably Jamarcus Russell. To throw 60 yards on one knee threw his career away even further than that. So bad that he changed the way rookies were paid. But he at least had a few poor campaigns for Oakland. If you're going an impact to the team, someone like
Sam Bradford ruined the rookie market.
Underwood could be in play.
That man got paid.
Mental illness was the culprit there, so that's an unfair label to put on him. That and he still played a few seasons in the NFL. No, my pick for the worst is a relatively recent one. Titans fans know him all too well.
Let's see what
Isaiah Wilson.
Isaiah Wilson. This would be the highlight of his. All right, let's lock in. Let's lock in and watch this.
And it's not even close.
Not even close is crazy
Before
work.
we get started, let me take a moment to thank Raycon for sponsoring this video. Lax, our battery.
While he's sponsoring Raycon, man, click the link in the description and use promo code Blair for Underdog, man. It's the NBA season. We finna get to the playoffs. Make some bread on picking high or low on your favorite players, man. We gonna get Underdog Day props. Click the link. Use promo code Blair, man.
This is Isaiah Wilson. 6'7", 350 pounds of him. Physical specimen. The kind of God-given ability that coaches dream of. Diligently honing his craft as a tackle at Poly Prep in Brooklyn. Coming out as a 5-star prospect wooed by many elite college programs.
5-star.
In the end, he'd choose Georgia to advance his
That man went to Georgia.
As a Bulldog, he'd thrive on their O-line. He mauled his
That man was great at Georgia, too.
Opposition in the run game. Bulldozer at right tackle that showcased solid potential in the NFL, flanking Andrew Thomas on the opposite side. The issue was his limited experience. His first year was a redshirt. Isaiah had only started 10 games in his sophomore year. He chose to skip the Sugar Bowl and declare for the 2020 NFL Draft.
Wait.
Was his limited experience. His first year was a redshirt. Isaiah had only started 10 games in his sophomore year. He chose to skip the Sugar Bowl and declare for the 2020 NFL Draft, despite only being a 2-year starter. This was a touch before NIL was a thing, so the money was in the pros, which might have motivated his decision. That and having a high draft grade. Wilson's combine wasn't anything amazing to write home about. Consensus was that he was a very raw talent that would have probably benefited from another year in school. Even then, he was projected to be a second rounder by most draft sheets.
Okay.
There was a chance to boost that.
See, and I understand that. Cause like, if you don't have no money and you got like a great, like, they saying you're gonna get drafted kind of high, I don't blame you for going to the league, man. Get paid, get your money, man. And a lot of times, if they draft you and they're like, he's gonna be like an experiment or like a project, that's better for a lot of other players, cause like they're actually gonna give you time to develop. Whereas like, say like Shador this season or like Cam Ward, when they get drafted, they're going to be expected to produce right away. Like Caleb Williams was. He's going to have to, like, he's going to be expected to produce kind of like, what's his name? Jaden Daniels. They want to see you produce right away. So if they, like, are drafting you to put time into you until you become good, that's, like, even better for you, low-key.
And higher. Then a certain something happened in March of 2020 that threw the whole draft scouting process into flux. prodding and probing of pre-draft workouts replaced
Oh,
by
the
remote
pandemic.
interviews and social distancing.
Okay.
Georgia's Pro Day was supposed to be March 18th. It was obvious that wasn't happening.
Yep.
Most of them weren't, which resulted in the sheer fuckery that was the 2020 NFL Draft. We all gained about 30 pounds and
That's got to be that had to be a rough. That's true. Cause when COVID first happened, I know a lot of people was gaining weight for sure, 100%. 100% people was gaining weight. So that probably made
That
what's
around
called
us-
even harder.
Roger Goodell announced picks from his base.
'Cause you couldn't even have a pro day.
Needed escape from the horrors of having to see our significant others for a few hours. In the Nashville living room, the Titans had a huge hole to fill at right tackle. Jack Conklin was offered more than the 30 pieces of silver Tennessee was offered. He was moving to Cleveland to become a Brown. Considering a huge part of their game was the rumbling of Derrick Henry, elite run blocking was a necessity.
That man,
They
Derrick
were
Henry
only
was so
one game away
nasty.
from
He's
making
still
it to the Super
cold.
Bowl. Who shocked the #1 seed in their own house to assert themselves as a contender. The only issue was that there were 4 elite tackles in this draft. All of them were snagged up within the first 13 selections. Austin Jackson got taken with pick 18. The trade-up was off the table, yet they didn't want to trade down and lose that 5th-year option. So what did Tennessee do with the 29th selection? They reached for need.
With the 29th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Isaiah Wilson, tackle, Georgia.
Isaiah Wilson was a first-round pick. Even for the work that would need to be done, his upside was immense. A boom or bust project. Who cares if Mel Kiper's perplexed by the move? If he pans
Let me see what Mel Kiper said. That makes 2 Georgia offensive tackles in round 1, and there's been some buzz around Wilson over the past few weeks. At 6'6", 350, he's massive, but he's going to need some time to clean up his technique before he can start in the NFL. I actually thought he could have been a top 15 pick had he gone to school another year and into the next year's draft. But there's some upside with him. Who started at right tackle over the past 2 seasons. Yes, he is raw. But he is raw. Yes, Tennessee has a hole at right tackle. I don't see Wilson as an immediate starter.
out,
That is kind of crazy that you're going to draft him and you don't, he needs time, but you need a tackle. You're better off going to free agency trying to find a tackle. If he really needs as much work as everybody's saying, it don't make sense to draft him right away and then try to play him.
we laugh at him like usual. Besides, Kiper had the Titans taking Yetur Gross-Matos with their first.
Yo, what
That
is he doing?
One wouldn't have worked out too well for them.
At all.
So with
Why was he moving like this?
this being said,
Why was
there
that
were
man moving like that? Man was elegant. That man was
no-
moving
we
all
laugh at him
proper
like
around
usual.
it.
Besides, Kiper
This what Dion when he was like on my defensive end. I need him to have a single parent, starving, only get 1 meal a day, get a piece of bread to eat. Like he said, it's legit. 'Cause look at this. Look how he moving. Look at the elegant moves
had
he
the
has.
Titans taking Yetur Gross-Matos with their first. That one wouldn't have
It's like he felt bad for hitting the little what's it called down, like the little dummy. Like it's almost like he didn't want to hit him.
worked out
Like he
too
felt bad for him.
So with this being said, there were no visible signs or red flags that character was a major issue. Unless you consider liking SpongeBob.
Won't turn 18 until that man wears a SpongeBob backpack. See, this is what I mean with Dion was spot on. It sounded crazy when he was saying it, but he low key right.
SpongeBob is one. He had a stable upbringing. He went to an elite private school.
See, he had a stable upbringing. You gotta have that one parent. If you want to, well, he's a tackle, but it's still probably the same thing because they in the trenches.
Poised, motivated, and eager to prove himself. Maybe a grumble here or there during the combine process, but with Corona Chan wreaking havoc, it was impossible to get a true gauge of.
And this where that mom yanked him. Oh, this is him. This where the mom yanked the girlfriend. Like she just got yanked out the
Here or there
camera.
during the combine process, but with
I
Corona Chan wreaking
remember
havoc,
it
was
is.
impossible to get a true gauge of a
So
man's
get
character.
up. Look, she's like, get off
Transition
me.
from college to the pros is tough. As a student athlete, it's completely
She would have got kicked out that
Total
house.
structure, next to no free time.
Trying to be the main character. What's wrong with you?
Was law. When you're a pro, there's more freedom. Suddenly, you're forced to be your own man. And there are plenty of athletes that have trouble with avoiding its pitfalls. Isaiah, however, took that to a whole new level. Especially considering it was fucked up COVID year, tolerance for insubordination would be zero. Dwayne Haskins
Virtual workouts is crazy.
at a high-profile flameout in 2020. Wilson made him look like a paragon of maturity. The first issue wasn't anything abnormal. He held out of camp for a contract and was placed on the COVID list. It happens, to be fair, but here's the issue. Without a minicamp, rookies would be starting from behind. And Wilson was supposed to be competing with Dennis Kelly for the starting right tackle spot. Fortunately, that holdout would be short-lived as he signed for a little under $6 million guaranteed. Time to celebrate. Even during the height of COVID-era training camp, Wilson tricked at Tennessee State University and partied down. If only someone didn't smell weed outside the apartment. Police were summoned and the party was busted. Showing wise decision-making, Isaiah had considered...
No way. Please tell me this is cap. Please tell me this is cap. This man is 6'6", 350, and he jumping off the balcony? Oh my gosh, I know this oh my gosh. That man put a dent in the grass. I know he did. He put a dent somewhere.
Police were
Whatever he landed on, he put a dent there.
The party was busted. Showing wise decision-making, Isaiah had considered jumping off a second-floor balcony to escape.
Oh, he nearly did. That man's gonna kill himself. Oh my gosh. This man go jump off the balcony.
He chose not to and just got a trespass warning. The team dealt with things internally. Internally didn't mean getting put on the COVID list again in early September. The regular season hadn't started yet. Almost like doing donuts at a traffic intersection and crashing into a concrete wall. Which also had
that man was doing donuts, lost control, and hit a concrete wall. He hadn't even, mind you, I don't even know if they barely like started practicing. This might be training camp still. He got busted, and then he literally got busted, and then he was doing donuts and crashed into a wall.
days later.
He was gonna jump off a balcony too.
Arrested for DUI with a blood alcohol level of 0.11. As a 350-pound man. That's a lot of booze. It was over a month before he'd be cleared from COVID protocols and finally be able to practice with the team. It'd take him a bit to get up to speed. Over 6 weeks. For a first-round pick. How much development did this guy need? It took until late November before he dressed in his first NFL game against the Ravens. A thrilling overtime affair that catapulted the Titans to a 7-3 record. Isaiah was one of 2 active players for them that didn't record a snap. His debut would have to wait until next week against the Colts, and he would truly shine. Do you know how many snaps he got against Indy? 4, and 3 of those were in victory formation.
Wow.
The real play he got on special teams, he got fucking pancaked. Plopped on his ass with minimal effort needed.
That man was legit sitting down and nothing even happened yet.
So it wasn't looking good, but some players need time to develop. This also apparently means mental. Suspended.
This man has more violations than he does snaps. This man has had more violations than he's had snaps in the NFL.
The team for a week due to an unnamed violation of team rules. And at that point, the Titans had enough of his shit and told him to go home and think about what he did. Placed on the reserve non-football illness list. His rookie season was over with 4 snaps to his credit. They said he had...
Wait. And he never came back?
some personal issues to work out. Work? You mean partying on a yacht flexing with $1 bills? Neither Vrabel nor Robinson had
That man was partying.
any contact with Wilson for months, and they actively called him out in February for not giving a shit. Yet Isaiah had enough of the football life.
This man was tripping. He's throwing money, hunting chicks on the yacht. Oh my gosh, he partying every day. This man finna jump off a 2-story balcony. That man finna jump off a balcony. Then he was doing donuts, hit the wall. What else he have? That man has so many
Spots.
violations.
Took to Twitter and said he was done. Finito. No more playing in Tennessee for him.
He never played. That's crazy. That's legit wild.
Instead, it would be revealed that he was in a police chase with speed stopping 140 miles per hour back in January. He eventually crashed into a briar patch 100 yards off the road and was held at gunpoint by an undercover ICE agent. Scared or not, he's lucky to just be arrested.
Wait, he hit an undercover ICE agent? Yo, he did a high-speed chase and then hit a...
Was held at gunpoint by an undercover ICE agent. Scared or not, he's lucky to just be arrested. His recklessness could have killed him and his girl. You know how hard it is for a team to give up on a first-round pick this quickly? After all the chaos, Tennessee threw their hands in the air and chucked him off to Miami. 10 months
He got traded?
after being drafted, John Robinson had to pay the cancer tax.
So in 10 months, he did all this in this was under a year. So in 1 year, this man did all this.
Around the same time of the deal, Isaiah would post himself drinking lean.
Yo, this can't be real life. Yo, this man just started partying and couldn't stop.
It probably lasted longer than his time as a Dolphin. He appeared hours late to his physical.
They was trying to help him get his life on track. He said, "No, I just want to drink lean. Lean is all I need." That man said, "I can't put down the cup." Oh my God. That man showed up late for everything.
Noticeably late to his orientation and no-showed several practices he said he'd go to. They cut his ass in 3 days. The dude had more arrests his rookie season than games played. Speedrunning the destruction of his career faster than the original Super Mario Brothers. But don't worry about him. Like many an athlete with ambitions beyond the gridiron,
that man started rapping.
Isaiah launched a rap career, rising from the underground as G.G. Bowser, dancing on top of cars and spitting hot bars with his new LP. That was taken down in a day. Seriously, there's next to no trace of any of the songs he made besides a few samples.
Yeah, they took it down. It's crazy. This is horrible. This is horrible. Like, you have people like, when I heard Leandro Ball was making music, I was like, I know this trash. And then he put out some bangers. I ain't gonna lie, that man put out some bangers. This is absolute. Like, this is worse than horrible.
I'd say don't quit your day job, but I'm pretty sure that ship has already sailed.
Yet even after all of this, Wilson would get another chance. He was signed to the Giants practice squad that September due to attrition. It went about as well as you'd expect. He showed up highly out of shape, fell asleep during team meetings, and the O-line coach all but came out and said he was immature and he sucked. Even being around Andrew Thomas and other former Bulldogs couldn't help him. Joe Judge had considered playing Isaiah in Week 17 against the Bears, but yelling at the media was enough embarrassment for him. He was dressed but didn't step onto the field, even during a massive blowout. The G-men were dealing with wave after wave of injury on the offensive line, and Wilson was still told to go away 2 days after his glorious Giants debut. He wasn't good enough for the guys that ran a draw play on a...
I couldn't believe that. I remember that. It was 3rd and 9. They ran the quarterback sneak. I remember that. He said he wasn't good enough for that. That man got pancaked on the field goal.
3rd and 9.
The extra point.
Enough said.
That man getting pancaked on victory formation. That's how you know he's trash.
The end of Isaiah's football career, if you could call it that. Nobody was calling his phone offering.
That man legit went to Georgia and was like, and Mel Kiper said if he would have waited a year, he could have been top 15. And he didn't even play any games. That man was partying all the time. He was partying and rapping.
USFL. Dude got trolled so hard he privated everything on his social media to this very day. Most motivation he had as a pro athlete right there. And then the NFL suspended him for 3 games for undisclosed reasons. In 2023,
dang,
dude's already long out of football. There's no reason to rub salt in the wound. It's not like drafting Wilson affected John Robinson that badly. His next first-round pick worked out absolutely swimmingly.
That man tore his ACL. Is he white? He a white corner?
That badly. His next first-round pick worked out absolutely swimmingly. Having to draft the replacement of the guy that was supposed to be the replacement a year earlier. later is further proof of it.
Oh, he's a tackle.
Don't.
Okay, I was about to say, there ain't no way that man a corner. He don't even.
Radens has managed to
I
play
was gonna say.
tremendous success.
What kind of corner? This man big to be a corner.
These moves were major reasons why Robinson was fired in the middle of a Tennessee death spiral they haven't recovered from. Titans fans can only snicker.
That man lost to A.J. Brown and they fired him.
4 spots later, the Bengals drafted T. Higgins. Considering what ended up happening to Tennessee at wideout, I'd say that he would have been useful to their Super Bowl aspirations. Just throwing it out there. How many other players would have been better just for being able to show up and put forth effort? That's why I call Isaiah Wilson the worst draft pick of all time.
Final stats: game dressed 3, game played 1, game snaps played 4. So he got arrested in his arrest. Let me see. That man arrests and suspensions equal his snaps. Like, even if you play one game, you can have like 5 snaps in one game. That man have 4 snaps in the one game, and his arrests and suspensions equal his snaps.
Just a sheer waste of talent that barely played due to his own doing. And as a first-round pick being given every opportunity in the world, that's especially damning. Honestly, he's not even worthy of being labeled as a bust. To call him that is insulting to anyone else ever declared the term. At least those players tried. Even the ones that had character issues managed to see the field for significantly longer periods of time.
That's fact.
2020 was a year.
That man had more part.
You're full of draft flops, yet Wilson's the one that trumped them all in failure. The dude pissed away years of training and millions.
Like, he did all that just to make it to the league, and they literally gave it all away because he didn't try or he didn't practice. He was just partying.
Dollars for what? A glorified monetary pump and dump and terrible rapping?
And all these chains and stuff, man, that money can go quick if you're not smart with it.
Well, I
man.
hope you enjoy that money while you still have it, G.G. Bowser.
Remember the saddest?
That's crazy. That man never played. Look, that's it for the video, man. Is he the worst draft pick in NFL history? Y'all put in the comments. I guess he kind of has to because he never even played. They got rid of him within a year. They was over the experiment because he kept messing up. That man was gonna jump. Nah, I get it, man. Worst pick, I can see it. I can't even disagree. After what I just seen, I can't disagree. But make sure you like, comment, share, hit the subscribe button. Click the link in the description. Use promo code Blair. Get a special pick. You sign up. Plus the first time deposit offer up to $1,000 bonus cash. I'll catch you on the next one. Till then, I'm out.